What is a system? Elora sat in her workshop, surrounded by gears, wires, and half-finished gadgets. Her robot friend Nexus hovered nearby, his screen flashing with curiosity. Nexus, Elora sighed, I want to build something big, but I don't know where to start. Everything is so complex. Nexus beeped a cheerful melody. To build big things, Elora, you first have to understand the smallest secret of the universe. The system. What exactly is a system? Elora asked, leaning in. Nexus projected a glowing hologram between them. A system is just a collection of different parts that work together to do a job, Nexus explained. Think of it like a team. A single wheel isn't a system, but when you add a frame, pedals, and a chain, you get a bicycle system that helps you travel. But seeing all those parts at once can be confusing, Nexus continued. The hologram changed into a solid, mysterious dark cube. In the world of science, we often treat a system as a, quote, black box. We don't always need to see every tiny gear inside to understand what the system does. We just need to look at what goes in and what comes out. Elora pointed to one side of the box. So how do we make it do something? Nexus nodded. That's the input. The input is the cause. It's the information, energy, or action you give to the system. Without an input, the system just sits there waiting for instructions. Elora reached out and pressed a large glowing green button labeled Input on the side of the box. Suddenly, the box hummed, and a bright beam of light shot out from the opposite side. Whoa! Elora cheered. Nexus did a little spin in the air. That is the output. The output is the effect. It is the result of the system doing its job. By changing the input, we can change the output to get exactly what we want. But what's happening inside the box to turn the button press into light? Elora asked. Nexus displayed a new diagram showing the inside of the box. That's the transfer function, he said. Think of it as the guts, or the behavior of the system. It's the set of rules or physics that tells the system exactly how to turn an input into an output. Let's look at a real-world example, Nexus said, pointing to the wall. Elora walked over to the light switch. When I flip this switch, that's my input, she said. The light turning on is the output, Nexus added, and the transfer function is the electrical physics. The wires and the bulb working together to turn that flip into brightness. Does a system have to be a machine? Elora asked. Not at all, Nexus replied. You are a system too. Think about your body temperature. When you go outside on a snowy day, the cold air is the input. It's a change in the environment that affects your system. Elora shivered just thinking about it, hugging her arms. Nexus displayed a medical-style diagram. Your body wants to stay at the same temperature. That's the desired output. To make that happen, your transfer function, your metabolic processes kicks in. If you're cold, it makes you shiver to create heat. If you're hot, it makes you sweat to cool down. Elora smiled, looking around her workshop with new eyes. I get it. Everything is a system. If I want a specific result, I just need to understand the guts of the box and give it the right input. Nexus beeped happily. Exactly, Elora. Now that you know the secret of the system, you can build anything.